Hello and welcome. I have Himanshu with me. Congratulations, Himanshu. You qualified your NET exam in Code 55 in July 2018. How are you feeling about this?
Thank you very much, Karima, for having me here. It is wonderful speaking to you, and thank you very much for your wishes. It is a wonderful feeling. It is like qualifying UGC NET in the year 2018. It gives so much of opportunities in the future. In the future, if you're planning to join, if you're planning to be a part of academics, it gives so much of plenty of opportunities. And that will be all. Thank you for this.
So tell us more about yourself. Where were you born? Where are you from? And about your educational background.
Okay, so Garima, I have done my schooling from Jaipur, Rajasthan, and my hometown is Jaipur itself. After that, I have done my engineering and mechanical branch from Punjab University, Chandigarh, and have done MBA from Punjab University, Chandigarh. After that, in the year 2018, I qualified UGC NET, as you have already mentioned. Also, I have done faculty development program from Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. And right now, due to UGC NET, I'm presently pursuing my PhD from National Institute of Technology, Surat, NIT Surat.
That is amazing. You have some very esteemed and reputed names attached with your resume, and that shows into how much you're into academics and how much seriously you take your career. Kudos to you. So, diving right into your preparation strategy, were you working at the time of preparation, and how did you devote your time towards preparation of this exam?
Yes, actually, what happened after completion of my post graduation, I was having this zeal of joining education sector. I actually started liking I when I was in my PG, like when I was pursuing my MBA, I was having this interest in teaching sector. So just to give a short, just to give, I tried a pilot project kind of thing. So I started teaching in few of the universities at my hometown, and that too as a guest professor or as a guest faculty. Also, I started teaching, and so then I realized that it is, yes, this teaching is my cup of tea. I started liking this. So after giving after like when I then I was working, but before the exam, like as you mentioned, I qualified in the July 2018. Before July 2018, the last 2 to 3 months, I had to leave my job and give exclusive time, exclusive devotion to this exam, because I was pretty sure, I had discussed with my colleagues, with my faculties, with my seniors, that it takes some time. There are people who keep on preparing, who keep on appearing for the exam, because this exam is conducted twice in a year. So many a time people give an attempt at whether it is July or next in the month of December we'll qualify. But thought of giving it I thought of giving it exactly 2 to 3 months of duration. And in the month of, I guess, April, I started preparing for this exam. My strategy was exclusively to keep on revising, because this HRM subject is having so much of laws and acts attached to it that it becomes very easy for an aspirant to forget the things which he is or she is studying a day before or 2 days earlier. So the main strategy which I focused on was on to keep on revising the same content again and again and again.
Makes
That will be it.
sense. And because laws are not our everyday language, and we need to get accustomed to studying so many labor laws, etc.
Definitely, and also, I what a different I personally feel I did was, there are many of the students from which I came across. There are students who their main target is just to finish the syllabus. So whether they take a time duration of 1 or 2 months, and they like finish the entire syllabus without revision, which is which is of no use. Actually, the main intention should not be to to finish the syllabus as early as possible. Rather, whatever subject, whatever topics you are studying, the main focus should be that there should not be any kind of scope that you are able to forget the topics that you have studied. So main focus should be on the revision in this particular exam, in this particular subject.
Very well said. I totally agree with you. There's no point finishing the syllabus if you don't remember any of it.
Right.
And now tell us more about paper one, and how did you deal with the paper one subjects?
See, paper one is a very interesting subject in this UGC NET part, since it is common for each and every subject. Paper one is mandatory. So paper one comprises of many important things like research aptitude, teaching aptitude, and many more comprehensive general studies, aptitude, reasoning, mathematics, and so on. So paper one is the key point. Like we'll be in paper one, you will be studying about pedagogy, the way pedagogy is done, how what are the key factors which a faculty needs to keep in mind while delivering a lecture. These are the very crucial points. Even an aspirant is planning to join after after qualification of net. Even if a researcher, just like I, as after qualifying net, I was able to join as a full-time research scholar in National Institute of at NIT Surat. So it is an add-on. Like paper one gives a clarity of what will be the basic idea and what research is focused upon. Paper one. So my strategy was, first of all, the main focus was like to go through to revisit the previous year question papers. Paper one is completely based on the number of question papers you have attempted of the previous year exams. Paper one deals with the, and in fact, to be very frank, I'll talk about like paper one, there will be 5 to 10 questions which are repeated almost every year. There are few of the questions like 10 to 20 marks are repeated every year out of 100 of paper one. So like you need to go through the pattern, the topics from where paper one, the topics from which questions are coming every year, the pattern UGC net is following is not changing very frequently. It is, they are following the same pattern, and the questions are coming from nearby to same background. So the main advantage of this exam is in the paper one and paper two as well. The syllabus is fixed. You need not to worry about the syllabus, and I am really thankful to Human Paratus. Like their booklets, it helped me a lot. I would say like around 80% of my preparation was entirely based on the booklets material provided by Human Paratus, and remaining 20% definitely you need to touch here and there. So I did attempted few of the mock tests of different from different books and all. So that was actually key. That was actually my key special note for this preparation of paper one and paper two as well.
I think you've mentioned some really great points. First of all, that despite your engineering background, you still think that it was very important for you to focus on paper one because it is as scoring as paper two, or maybe sometimes more scoring than paper two, and it
Right.
determines whether you get through or not. And we are very glad that you are now at NIT Surat pursuing research as per your dream. And thank you for taking out time and speaking with us. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors. And it was a pleasure speaking to you, Himanshu.
Thank you very much, Karima. It was very nice speaking to you. Thank you.